stuff keeps leaking. I think you gotta get ice.
I bet the soda is
Set this up. So many choices, man. I folded at the end. I normally get the baguette, but it's too much bread. I haven't had any bread in well over a month. So I said, let me screw the bread because the bread is real big here. And then I almost got the rice with the stew. But I was like, you know what? I haven't had rice in a long time either. So then I was like, okay, we'll just get the beef with it did come with fries. And I was like, damn. It's a hit or miss on beef though when you go to restaurants. So I kind of compromised. So I ended up settling for a ham and cheese, lettuce, and 2 fried eggs. So I did get the cheese, which is fine with me. The ham, that's fine. The eggs are fine. Yeah, somewhat, man. Somewhat. What's up, Matt? What's up, guys? We're hanging out here right across. Bikini Bottoms is right here. Let's see if we can zoom in. That's Bikini Bottoms right here. And we're at I Love Baguette. It's a cold one? How'd you get a cold one? I thought you asked for the soda.
Well, I told her I wanted to change it because it was
cold. I've been here about 4 times. What'd you do?
Excuse me. For the tuna sandwich, you don't have to. No. You don't have to toast it. It's okay. No. I know, but I'm saying for my tuna.
Oh, you want bread?
No.
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 I think she's asking, do you not want bread?
No. I ordered this. It has bread, right? Yeah, that's what I ordered. No. I want bread. Okay. Let me just leave it alone.
They'll toast it. Collecting his street fees. I'm collecting the street fees. They're called likes and subscribes. Likes and subscribes. That's my street fees. Street fees.
You order tuna sandwich, but no bread?
No. I want bread.
Ah, you want bread?
I was saying you don't have to toast the bread.
Ah, okay.
What's up, Boston Pete? BP? Vietnam Railway. Hey, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while.
Are you streaming as well?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Did you move into that new place I think you were talking
No,
about?
I'm still at the the cheap hotel, 4.5 million a month.
4.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doji Stars next to Game On. You know Game On sports bar?
Game on. Oh yeah, across from the butcher shop.
Yeah.
You're at Doji Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
4.5
4.5.
million a month.
Wow, that's not
I'm
bad.
not complaining, man.
I didn't know that place. I think is that Marcus still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Sam's friend.
Yeah,
Sam's friend,
yeah.
He's
Damn,
on-
I didn't know it's that cheap.
Well, I think it's because I've been there for nearly 8 months now. I think
Okay.
they kept it at a decent price.
Yeah, that's not a bad price at all. Because I think you were talking about moving though, weren't you?
Oh, well, I looked at an apartment, over by the harbour. the port-
Yeah, I think that's
port,
what you're
yeah,
telling me.
About 2.5 months ago.
Okay.
It was really, really nice. I loved it.
What they want for that? 8?
6.5 million.
Okay.
Yeah. But it just came at the wrong time for me, financially. So I had to let it go.
Scrap it. Yeah.
I'll just stay where I am.
I'm hoping that maybe during rainy season, maybe people will leave, hopefully, and prices will go back down.
Well, I've noticed the price. I don't know if you've noticed the hotel prices have gone fucking through the roof.
Have they? Well, this is the peak season. Like the locals are coming down now because school's getting out, International Firework Festival. So now the locals are starting to travel too.
Is it school holiday time now?
I think right now is when all the schools are getting out, June. So prices, if they're going to go down, it's not going to be until it rains again back in September. So I think you got to kind of. But then if no one leaves again, because nobody left last rainy season, so that's why there was no cheap prices. Nobody left during rainy
Stuck
season.
it out, didn't they?
Everyone stuck it out. So if the price is going to go down, it's going to be because people leave this rainy season, which some people say they're leaving rainy season. They seen, Train doesn't rain in September, so maybe people will leave. And if they do, that'll be good for the long-term people because then prices will go back down, but we'll see.
I spoke to the guy who runs my hotel, and I pay 4.5 million a month. And he said to me, if I decided to leave, then come back like a month later,
6,
it would be probably triple the price.
triple, okay.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, this is the peak season. This is about right when the International Firework Festival starts,
Yeah.
and when Vietnamese school gets out, that's usually the peak. And it's usually the hottest time of the year too. Those two kind of go together, hottest and the peak time, at least in Da Nang.
My sister gets here in a couple of weeks from England, so I've already paid for my hotel till July 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, so she gets here on 26th of June, so we're going up north for a couple of weeks.
Oh, come on.
Then we come back down, everything's paid for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm paid till August 12th, so.
Have you moved from?
No, I'm still there.
Still there?
I talked to my landlord and she lowered the price.
Did you?
Yeah, so I worked out a deal. So I locked it in for 3 months. So
You've been there a while, haven't you?
yeah, we've been here over a year and 3 months, or 4 months. So she knocked off $2 million. So
Really?
so
Are you happy with that?
yeah, I'm really happy with a 2-bedroom at that price. But I would love to get that same exact place in a 1-bedroom version for lower. But for a 2-bedroom, I'm paying $12.5 million with all my bills included: the water, the rent, the electricity. I'm on the beach.
Have you got a high floor as well?
I'm at the top. I'm at the very top. I got the city view. Everything's included. So it's $480 US, but that includes unlimited electricity, water, everything. So I can't beat it for the 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms.
Stick it out.
And then August 12th, I'll reassess and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do. So
Where have you got in mind?
we just got back. We were down in Nguyen Yan. We went to a city called Tuy Hoa, and we went to Nha Trang. I like Nguyen Yan as a backup, but it's definitely not the same as Da
Well,
Nang.
I've just been talking to a friend who just got back from there. And he loved it. You just spent a week there.
I like it, man. It's what Da Nang probably was 10 years ago, but the problem is it's missing all the amenities that Da Nang has. That's what it's missing.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it time.
That's what they've been. So everyone tells me Nguyen Yan was supposed to be what Da Nang is.
Oh, really?
The story that I've heard was they had a great mayor. The mayor was like real progressive. He was pushing the city to be that. He died, and then the city kind of like went off all those plans, and then Da Nang kind of took over and built their city. That's what I've heard. So that was the city.
Well, I'll let you get on with your food.
Okay, talk to you later, buddy.
Good to see you, Will.
Where are you heading to dinner?
What's your name? Mark, where are you from?
U.S.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Okay.
Where are you grabbing a dinner over here?
I'm probably just going to go to Bikini.
Ah.
I was going to go to Sun Kitchen, but for some reason she's not open.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple places haven't been open lately. I don't know why. I don't know.
Greco's closed today as well.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
So
All right,
probably.
take care, guys.
All right, take it easy, Sean. What's up, guys? Would you get the tuna?
Yeah.
Oh, we got the fries and the tuna.
I may like it, but I don't think it will.
Hey, what's up, Kim? I always tell you, man, this place.
Well, because it's not
the
like
bread.
A tuna salad. No, it's
Oh.
not like a tuna salad.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just tuna. So there's no mayonnaise, no rest of that stuff like mixed together.
Yeah, oh, look at this guy.
Did you get my text?
Did I?
Did I? No, we didn't get your text. What did you say?
I said order me a pulled pork.
You
Okay.
ordered it from who? Tia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't check it.
You should have told me.
I don't have my. Just tell them it'll be 5 minutes. Sorry, let me catch up on you guys' messages. I was distracted on a phone call. The Godfather of Easy Living, Mobile Pens, Call of Duty. That food looks amazing. This is I Love Baguette. It's a very thin. I call this a prison sandwich. I probably should have stuck with the
Prison sandwich. Yeah.
This is my prison sandwich, man.
Yeah, that's what you have for breakfast.
That is?
Except with egg.
No. There. Oh, I do have my egg. I forgot. So I can save it.
It's basically breakfast, but with the bread.
I didn't have. Oh yeah. But I do got 2 nice slices of Look at those. Those eggs are nice.
Yeah, so I snuck back in the bathroom. I had to go so bad. I was like, I'm not gonna make it home.
Is that why you were telling me it costs money?
Yeah, I was like, when did they start this? I always use those bathrooms. But the funny thing is, I came back and I was watching all these people walk in, and I was like, oh, am I getting the skin tax?
Ah,
But then
5,000 though.
But then I
It's
saw,
like
but then
12
I saw,
cents.
But then I saw foreigners walking in, and she wasn't charging them. It was just me.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what changed in the 10 minutes I walked away and walked back and said, no, I'm just going to go.
They knew you were the culprit. This is an interesting carnivore sandwich, I know, man. I don't know how to explain it. This place is not the greatest, but it's still okay. Especially when you get, I messed up. I probably should have got the Philly baguette that I normally get because it's kind of a constant thing that you know. Mark, you using this?
Using it.
I need a little bit of sauce on my stuff. But the first time I came here, I was like, wow. Let me show you guys what I had in my mind the first time. I've been here 3 times. You gotta stay hydrated, man.
I know, but it's like goddamn Sherman tank.
This is what I got the very first time, right? I was like, oh man, okay, let me get the Philly baguette. Because they have Philly cheese baguette, Philly cheese chicken, like all that, right?
I got the message for coming tomorrow.
And then I was like, damn, man, I haven't had a Philly cheesesteak in a long time. I came here, and then unfortunately, it's ground beef. So it's kind of like more like a, what was that called? Like a sloppy Joe. It's kind of like a sloppy Joe one. So Mark wanted to come here, and I was like, okay, no problem. But I wanted to try something different than the baguette.
Every time, you know, I had to have the whole thing done. She's always like,
We tried
"Are
it.
you home? Are you there?"
It's okay.
I'll wait.
It's okay. It's got a single slice of Kraft cheese. It's got a.
Down the street,
This is kind of the meat that Philip likes. That thinly sliced
I'll wait.
something.
That's cool. These are good security.
I like that.
Egg and coffee?
I go high school.
I don't figure it out. You guys want? When I was just, obviously I was texting you guys from the beach. I just walked in. I was like, you know what? Let me just go TV over here real quick. I was gonna go back to my cafe because I was dressed like this. I was in my pants, and I was like, damn.
But I
Even
forgot
though
this
the
is your
sun was
this is your
down.
first time in the peak season. You've never been in peak season.
So I was like, shit, I should have worn shorts. So I was like, okay, let me leave. I'll just go back to my car.
My first day in Hoi An and 2 days in Da Nang.
Come back and meet you yet.
Are you in Hoi An now? I saw that there's some parts of it flooded. What's up, Toby? Yeah, this is the peak. We're in the prime. That's the kids' school's out.
Well, I hate wearing shorts, like, especially here. Last time I wore shorts here, every time I wear shorts at night, I'm eating up a lot. That's why I've always been.
I'm so glad, man. I don't never get bit.
I didn't even plan on doing what I did today. I was just like, I was sort of done with the cafe, and I got there pretty early. Sorry I got back to you so late. I didn't. I tried to get you when I was initially going over, but
Yeah, no.
I guess his phone was charging.
This one doesn't wake up until 1 o'clock.
I know.
I was up earlier than that, but the thing is, this phone doesn't have my WhatsApp. My other phone is the one that has WhatsApp. So I don't get messages unless I check this phone. And I was in the other room, and this phone was charging in my bedroom. And then I go back in there, and I forgot last night I turned off the noise because I was doing the live stream.
Oh.
So then I turned it off so I didn't hear any messages until I went back.
Yeah, I always forget, like, the Vietnamese have really come out and say, the beach was, I'm sure it's still full over there. Because they love the nighttime. But they're all, like, you know, the swimming section of the
Yeah.
Vietnamese world? Both areas,
Huh.
it was just, like, it's like this. Like, if you would have put your arms out, you'd have been touching someone in any direction. That's how full.
Beginning of July. July will still be hot.
Weird. Like it's a public beach. When you're talking.
What's up, Guy? What's up, Army Guy? Guy and Army Guy. What's up, buddy? We're at I Love Baguette. Let me see if you guys can see it.
And I was like, I'm like,
I should have stuck with the
and I'm like, I'm just gonna go
Philly
back.
cheese
And I went
baguette.
back, and I saw a bunch of people online.
It's not the greatest, but it is probably their go-to here.
And she comes and she's standing in front by them. And then and then white. And I was like, she didn't ask anything. So then I just went in. She didn't say anything to me this time. I don't know if she, I have no idea where that came from.
Dale didn't bring any money, so they wouldn't let him eat. They were like, no. No, I think he got. What did you get?
I did pulled pork, chickened out.
You never get the beef? You gotta get it. That's what this place is for. You gotta get it to understand this place. I think you can get that, and then you kind of understand what they make. I mean, it's one of the biggest sandwiches. I mean, it's a huge baguette. It's just, I don't know how to say it. Like it's opposite of your Western standards. Well, I'll be fair.
Are those cigarettes? What are those cigarettes? I never even understand what they are.
Kumba's has the Western banh mi's. They're smaller, but I think they're better. They have like a BLT, a pulled pork, and something else. See, this is the big one. This is the big banh mi. Look at this. Come on. But that one is huge. That one's double. That one's probably like 1.5 size of a regular banh mi sandwich. Probably like 1.5 times. But when you look at the menu, you look and you're like, oh my God, a Philly cheese baguette? There we go. It's not. Knock down your expectations a little bit. It's not like you went to Philly and you're getting a Gino or Pat's Philly cheesesteak. Smugglers meet up tonight. Sunday. Vietnam doesn't care about Western standards. Yeah, I know that. But there's some of these restaurants that cater towards that. Just saw your Khalif's content. Who is Khalif? Never heard of Khalif. Do you remember to pick up Miss Fluffy in the Philippines? She is still in the Philippines. It's looking like bread in Turkey for... Hold on. That message just disappeared. Doner and sandwiches. Food looks nice. Not tried that place? It's okay. It's okay. I want to be fair. I'm not sure who Khalif is. I think that's someone that was on Army Guy's video. I've never had Turkish food actually. I will tell you, they do put a good amount of filling in this and a good amount of cheese, but I have to be fair. It's probably not what you expect when you read it on the menu. Greek food? No, but me and Mark just walked by this restaurant, or at least a sign. I don't think the Greek restaurant's there, I think that's just a sign, right?
I don't know what's
The Monte Cristo one? Remember where we walked? Is that? I thought it was just a sign out there. But supposedly, I think the Greek restaurant had that? That Monte Cristo? Yeah. I think the Greek restaurant has a Monte Cristo sandwich, and it looks good, man. Eventually, at some point, I want to give it a try because the Monte Cristo sandwich was one of the most underrated sandwiches I've ever had in my life. But I've only had it one time, and I had it at McDonald's at Disneyland.
It's like 3 feet tall.
Turkish food is mainly Turkey. No, it's not Turkey. I see a lot of chicken. I see beef. Because there's actually a Turkish a shawarma place. I don't think I've never had a shawarma. But I passed by them. There's one that's up by the local restaurant that I almost stopped by. No. I think that's Europe's version of like taco stands in Europe. I think that's their kind of go-to. That's either their hot dog stands or their taco stands. What's up, Curtis? There's about 5 restaurants on this list that I wanted to show Mark, and we haven't hit up. I don't know where the next one is.
So, nothing tomorrow, Wednesday, or Friday.
I'm cooking tomorrow. You gave Mark some big hope. I might be. It's just gonna probably be some burgers.
Some hope.
You
said you gave me
hope? I said.
The other Mark, somebody else.
No, Gail gave Mark some hope because he was like, "Oh, I want to go to I Love Baguette." So you were pumping him up.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
See, I've never really eaten like this.
He looks lovely and scared. I don't know. He's been here for a long time, actually.
I'm just
they didn't
trying to be.
He's been here longer. He's been sitting like that before we got here. So I think he's maybe waiting for somebody or something. Let me see. I just took a bite, and it took my whole ham out on the first bite.
Now because I've thought about it in the past.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna order it here.
I took a bite, and it took out the whole ham.
The first slice of bread, nobody hardly ever eats the first slice of bread. They give me the first slice.
Oh, the outer.
drive-through. You see that guy coming in on the drive-through?
I always forget there's an apartment here.
That always kind of turns me off when I go to places and like downstairs there's a massage place and then there's like a cart right outside. I'm like, damn man, I don't want to walk out and be offered a massage every single time I go down. That's Bikini Bottoms right here. Past couple times I've been walking by New York Pizza, there hasn't been many people there. That's one of the places that is actually less crowded now than I've seen. Like Bikini Bottoms is always busy now. Like that's just the spot now. When I was coming here late 2024, the outside there was at least 2 or 3 tables out. Now when you walk outside, there's never any tables outside. And the day that we went, there was only that one table left. That was right by the AC.
That's a great table.
I have not been to Turkey. I was close to going to Turkey, but my Eastern European trip that I was going to do a whole Eastern European and then go a little bit inwards got canceled in 2020 because of COVID. Adnan, what's up, buddy? I think there's 2 people from India right now. Bobo food. Man, I wish I knew the name. Up by Moon Milk up at the top. One street behind. It's like a common name. You guys definitely know it because you guys have told me. It's like I think it's like a shawarma chain place.
I'll definitely be there again tomorrow, by the way. Because I have to tomorrow my bike's due, so they want to service it every month.
Okay.
So it's the service station's right across from that cafe I'm at.
Okay.
So I'll be at Elston tomorrow.
Where were you guys at?
I was at Elston.
Where is that at?
Right next to one more block from Gayu, the all-you-can-eat place. Right on Doba.
On the main street?
Yeah, on Doba. Just one more block.
Where the newer Moon Milk is?
Oh, way before that. Way before that. It's literally one block down from the all-you-can-eat place on Doba. It's called Elston.
In the residential streets?
It's very grotto. No, it's on Doba.
Wow.
Yeah, pull it up on your map. You'll see. You'll be like, oh my god, it's right there. How do I not know it? It's very grotto in the front, so you really don't.
By the new pizza place that has a
There's a
one.
gym above it too.
Oh, that's the Pig Gym private one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have like a private Pig Gym. Bobo was opposite Olivia's Pizza. I think there's only one Olivia's, right? Because Olivia's is... No. Was that Olivia's? No, that's Bellows. I always get Bellows and Olivia mixed up. Huh? I still have not had rice in over a month. If you go to Turkey, you will get hungry for chili. I eat chili peppers almost every day. My Visa run is on Friday. But it's the long one, man. I don't know if I'm going to regret it. I did the long one this time. The long one's going to be about 2 hours extra. I don't know if I'm going to regret it or not.
Oh, I checked my visa. I did get the big one.
You did? Yeah, that's what everyone told me. Like, that's the other thing. So
Who spread
there was about 3 people in the chat room that said, "Oh, it's a small rubber stamp now." And then I went and I asked Duck. I go, "Oh, Duck, man, I heard the good news that you guys are doing the small stamp." He goes, "What? No, we're not doing the small stamp." And I go, "No, for Lao." And he goes, "No, And I go, man, like 3 people told me that. And he goes, no, no. He goes, maybe down the road they are. And I said, are you sure? And I go, like 3 people in my live stream told me that they're not doing the half page. And he said, yeah, they're still doing the half page. And then Dale just said that they're still doing the half page. And I'm like, damn. Well, whatever you want to call that. I don't know.
Yeah, I checked it the other day because I was like,
It's the sticker.
I wanted to see. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that you told me to check. So I checked and I was like, nope, I got the full one.
Yeah, man, I'm tired of that crap. I've already taken up 5, whatever, if you want to call those full pages or half pages. I've already got, this will be my 5th one.
What happens if we try to peel it
I
off?
hear people do that. So I would do that, but I'm going to wait. Because there's some people that said put a dryer underneath it and then peel it off. And I would do that. The only thing is, I don't want to void my passport with 4 years and many pages left. So when I get close,
I'm saying, like do the very furthest one away, like one, you know, so just so there's an open page. Not all of them.
I get that, but if you tear it, they could void your whole passport.
Oh, shit.
So what I'm thinking is, if I ever get into the emergency where I need that down the road and it's almost full, then I'll start peeling those off. But I don't want to mess with it with 4 years left and still like 13, 14 pages. I'll do that if it starts coming down to like, whoa, I only have 1.5 pages. I'll do that. Blogging around Turkey at some point. They didn't get that half sticker. That's impossible. I asked Duck. And he said, no. And I said, man, I'm telling you, like 3 people told me in my live stream. And he goes, they're wrong. And I go, how? And I even asked him, I was like, how can they confuse a big stamp for that? And he goes, no, they must have not looked. And I was like, I don't know. But Dale just said that he got the full page stamp too.
I was just.
You got the big one, right?
2.5 weeks ago.
He just went 2.5 weeks ago. I would peel mine off, but I'm going to wait till I'm in desperate need of it. But Dale just said he got his 2.5 weeks ago, and it was the big page. Kim says she has a small one. That's weird. Looks like you're losing viewers on live streaming because you're being lazy and not doing consistent streams. Actually, last night was low. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So, you guys remember how great the live stream was? So, it was great in the sense that the quality was good. We did the landscape, but here you go, Elvis. I want you to take a look at this. Look at this, Elvis. So,
I just ate some gravy.
So look at this, Elvis. So you guys were like, oh man, your live stream looks so good, man. I love that view. I love it, right? But let me show you the hard reality about it. Watch. Let me show you guys the hard reality of that. Man, what the hell? Let me show you guys. So I love that view. I 100%. I love that view,
I
guys.
literally stopped going there because it's so fucking loud.
But
It's one of those digital nomads. Sets up.
let me show you guys. So this is
Fine. I don't
the reason why I don't do those.
But he's like
Look.
loud. He's the only one you hear. And it's not a big.
So look, I did a 5-hour live stream last night. I got 494 views. So I didn't even get 100 views an hour. And I got 1 new subscriber in 5 hours from last night. Now, compare that to, let's take a look at a live stream that I did like the night before.
That's how our brains program the
Now watch.
our hearing.
So I didn't even get 100 views per hour. I got less than 500 views. Now, if you look, watch this. The night before, look at that. The night before, where's my live streams? Live. So the night before, look at this. When I go live, 1.9 thousand, 800. So there's a huge difference. And I think I got like 12, 13 subscribers. He does not answer questions. We didn't even get a sticker. It's a stamp. I don't know if you are. You might be doing it. But let's see. I just came to Albania 6 weeks ago from USA. Didn't stamp my passport, so it's probably like a digital stamp for you if you're going to Albania. We like the numbers and how it lets us compare to what we pay in the States. I'm moving to Albania. Moving or visiting? Which one? Electronic entrance is awesome here in Albania. My European travel buddy went to Albania. He says he likes it. And I thought Americans got a 1-year visa, but I think the Army guy might have been the one that said that they cut that back, which sucks because Georgia gave us a 1-year visa cost-free, but I think they don't do that now. All right, Kim, I appreciate it. Man, I hope that I get that damn stamp. I'm tired of that freaking half-page stamp or sticker. We haven't done a poll in a while. Should we kick... Here's a good one. Should we kick Will Smith out? Should we kick Will Smith out?
Will Smith, where have you talked about him?
He said, are we doing anal on live TV tonight? So we haven't done a poll in a while, so I'll let you guys determine.
Door number 1.
And then if you guys want to kick him, make sure to report his troll account, because we're sure that it's someone that comes in here. It used to be Albania and Georgia, but Albania took it away. That sucks, man. I hate that thing where you get like something so good and then they take it away. It's almost worse than if it never existed. Like, that's the worst, is like when it's like, oh yeah, you're so used to this, and then all of a sudden they take it away. Still 1-year visa in Albania for Americans. Army guy said they took it away. Mark is like Fluffy. He smuggles in stuff to the restaurant. He brought the barbecue sauce. Fluffy brings the rice.
Does she really?
Yeah, to the Thai restaurant, because she gets the curry.
But why?
They don't give her rice with the curry, I think.
Oh.
Did they give you guys rice with the curry? I think they did, yeah.
I did.
But Fluffy likes more rice. So we had rice there, and she smuggled it in a little plastic bag.
Can't pull the Filipino out of her.
And I was like, it's just 10,000, I'll buy it. And she's like, no, we have it, I'll just bring it. And then the worst is like, so you can kind of like get it in and put it on the plate, but I think she did that at another place, and it's like a place that we go to that has no rice on the whole menu. So it's like someone walked by and they're like, how the fuck do you got rice on your plate when we don't even serve rice? That's when they know. But she's slick, like she'll pull it out,
Well, you know what?
be like this. Nobody cares.
No, because I'll give you an example. Elston, okay? They don't sell. Mark asked a great question today. They serve food. I was like, God, I've never looked. So today I finally looked. They don't serve croissants and popcorn. But my point is, every time I've been,
Appreciate it, Army guy.
a local will order Grab. People in that cafe will order food and eat it in there.
Yeah.
And that's not just there. I mean, like all the cafes.
Man, look at the places we go to. Like, we go to the little convenience store and we sit there for 2 hours. Sometimes maybe someone will buy a bag of chips or a soda, but like they just don't care. It's like they're working, they get paid. It's like whether you're there or not, they don't just have that mentality of like, I need to regulate this person. I need to show them who the boss is. Like, they don't have that here. Where else do we go? We go to like other places.
Yeah,
Man, we go
I don't
to...
think they care, man. I think you can pretty much bring anything in.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
That's what I like about out here.
Even in a regular restaurant.
Yeah, we sit at Kin Kin for like an hour after we're done. We go to these little restaurants and stuff and hang out. Like in USA, they're like, because in USA, if you think about it, the waitresses and waiters make tips. So if you're clogging up their table, you're taking away their tips. Where it's like here, it's like there's no tip. So
That's real estate.
they're like, I don't care if he's here. Like, I'm either going to be serving this person or that person. There's no difference. Fluffy is in the Philippines. What is your question, Roger? And you're number 1 today on the top fans. Look at this little kid. He's looking for a banh mi. Or he might be looking for a bikini bottom. He's looking for something. Where's Will Smith? He's probably already out here. I don't even know if we should kick him, but
No, that's the only thing I never gave up. Well, I gave up when I came.
Let's kick him. We'll kick him. Just because you guys voted for it.
Yeah, well, we talked about this the first night. I think the first time we were here. Yeah, because you were
Where are we
telling
gonna?
you how the only reason I was drinking was because of Jim and Robbie. And I was like, no, my thing is.
We'll
I've
kick
always
him.
been a weed guy.
We'll give him a 24-hour.
And when I say
16 bucks for
weed guy,
McValue McDonald combo.
a handful
I think
of
it's
coffee
$4 here.
before I go to
Midland,
bed.
USA. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I've never been a wage and baker,
Yeah.
but I've always been a weed guy. Obviously, I'm not addicted because I've been fine since I've been here, like, going on 8 months.
$10, man. $10 is a.
And that's when I told you my story.
That's gonna be the hardest part about leaving Da Nang is these cheap food prices, man. Like for me, if I spend 100,000 on a dish,
I know that they
that's
have
$4, and I'm like, geez, man, I spent a lot.
stores here.
That's gonna be the hardest thing leaving Da Nang. Even if I was, remember I was debating about going to the Philippines on my visa run. Food would have been
because they sell everything under the sun.
80,000 to 100,000 practically almost everywhere in the Philippines. So I would have been like, geez. Da Nang in September. September is usually the rainy season, right? But this past year, the rain didn't kick in till like the first or the second, almost the second week of October. So this past September, it was nothing. But in general, September starts the rainy season.
I don't think there's anybody else at the table.
Good low-cost hotels. Yeah, there's a few. I haven't done much hotel searches in a while, but Gold Coast is like the cheapest that I've seen. Amunra used to be cheap, but I think it jacked up the price.
So that couple, they
Tip,
they go
21
to
bucks.
Roadhouse.
Okay.
You know Roadhouse is what is it, 2 blocks down? So we were there one night. We were all there. We got them hanging out. And I started talking to Kim was like,
I'm wearing my cool shorts, man. I just did laundry the other day, so I have all my shorts. I did all my laundry, man. I did my sheets, I did my blankets, I did every single thing. I kind of feel good. I got all my chores done.
And but he was like coming in or something. I don't know. He was a mix of something, and I could hear them talking. So I was like, I'm not gonna try to ask. So after like 2 beers, I get up the thing like I'm gonna talk to this guy. So I started talking to him. He did speak fine, and he told me he goes, maybe don't make it known, but talk to the owner. Owner of what? Owner of this place. And I was like, really? I go, I actually do know him.
Let me go back up. Maybe I missed your question. What is the number one made you thing to do? What was it that made you convince the right thing to do was move to Asia? It wasn't really a move to Asia type of thing. So remember, I'm going to try to not go on a long time about this. So in 2019, I kind of did my first international travel trip. I went to 9 countries in Europe, and I went to 6 countries in Asia in 2019. And it wasn't even all of 2019. I did about 15 countries in probably about 8 months. Then I got back to the USA, and I was shocked because Europe was even cheap at the time. Europe was a lot cheaper than it was now. So I went to nice places, and I would spend $30 or less on hotels or Airbnbs. Sometimes in the 20s, sometimes in the 30s in Europe. When I went to Asia, I was spending 20 or less, 25 or less. So I already knew. I was like, man, this is crazy, man. Like, you can live good and life is good. You could enjoy, you could travel. And I knew at that point that I wanted to just travel and figure out a way to pay my bills. Right around that same time, I had just got a TEFL, which is like teaching English as a second language online. I also was trading stocks at the same time. So I had ways to make money online. So at that point, I knew I was going to move out of the USA. I knew it. I came back from China. China was the last place that I went to in 2019. I got back like almost, I think it was 3 or 4 days before Thanksgiving, so almost December of 2019. I booked my next trip that I just talked about earlier to Eastern Europe. I was going to Poland, Ukraine, Georgia, Bulgaria, Romania. I had a lot of my trip booked and paid for. It was April 28th of 2020. I remember it to the day. April 11th, all the planes shut down, COVID shut down everything. So at that point, everything got canceled. So basically, I can fast forward through a lot of part of this. 2020 to about 2022, I was kind of locked in the USA. I did a few little road trips throughout the USA. But as soon as 2022 came around, I left the USA. I was like, I'm done with this. I packed up all my stuff in my house. I sold everything. And I knew I needed to leave. And Asia was probably the best because every aspect is good. Cheap cost of living, safety, English in most of the places that I went to, cheaper than Europe, easy to get around, beaches, lots of stuff. So that was kind of the basics of why I moved out. My camera setup. The camera setup here is just a Samsung S21 with a tripod. No mic, no nothing. Last night on my live stream, I showed you guys my GoPro setup for my uploaded videos. That's a Rode wireless mic, a tripod, and a GoPro 9. But this, what you guys are watching me on now, is just a Samsung S21 with a tripod. Nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. So I give up.
Damn, not a Coke or a Pepsi in 25 years. That's crazy.
I know my friend gets up late. I'm miraculously
62 and retired.
I go to my one or three cafes.
I would have done Albania back in 2020, but obviously COVID shut that down. The big reason why I'm not going to Europe anytime soon is because I'm just so used to Asia, and Europe is definitely more expensive than Southeast Asia. Plus, Fluffy can't get the travel visa, so I'm kind of in Southeast Asia until I get completely tired of it. What's up, native? I'm pretty sure you came here. We're at I Love Baguette, and look.
Sits down, we shake hands.
I Love Baguette. Can you see the sign?
Finally, I realized, okay, I'm not going to be able to do it.
There it is.
Which is funny.
I'm going to try to...
I end up finding out
Let me see if I have a 10,000. I'm going to try to play this game for you guys.
Been living here 7 years, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I don't know.
Damn, I don't have a 10,000. I wanted to play the claw game for you guys.
Oh, I saw. And I'm like, when he talks, he's like this. And he's like, oh, I saw. And he's sort of like
I don't even have a small
like
bill.
Waiting for your whatever. And I go, oh.
Biggest
really?
baguettes in town. I don't know if they're the biggest, but they're definitely big.
Blah, 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 blah. And I start telling him my story of the past.
Damn, I don't have
2, 4, 6, 8. He goes, oh, why?
Can you put the small bills in the claw
I
machine?
go the same area, but I go. He goes, do you know where?
Let me see. Let me go try to.
The bar.
I want to try to play one of these games.
I know where that bar is. No, I've never been in, but yes, I do know. He goes, it's on next to me. And I go, oh. No, I haven't gone. He goes, well, actually, I need to. He goes, you want to take a walk with me? I need to go today. I was like, okay, sure. So we go. It's right on the street, right where I imagined it being. We walk past the bar that I imagined it being near, and he goes up, and we walk. I just follow his lead. We walk inside, and it's like a. I honestly can't remember how they sold it.
Let me show you guys. Try to sneak in over here.
Okay. And then he just walked straight to the back of the workers.
Let's see. Damn, there isn't any good ones. That Pink Panther. The Pink Panther or this one's probably the only one that I can get. I won on this machine before. Facebook pages for Albany. I don't know about that one. The only problem with Albany, so remember, I like to live long term. So the problem with Albany is Albany. I keep saying Albany. Albania. There's an Albany not too far from me in California. But the problem is you only get 90 days in the EU, and then you got to be out of the EU for 90 days. Let me try to play this, guys. Which one should I try to get? I think the Pink Panther is the easiest one. Oh, this one fell. That's the one I kind of wanted to get. Yeah, I think Eastern Europe. Oh. I kind of want to get that Pink Panther, but let's see. Nope. Screwed me, guys. Look at that Pink Panther. Screwed me. I don't know why I get addicted to Fluffy started playing that game, and I kept telling her it was a ripoff, and now every freaking time I play, I lose. Rip me off.
I was like, because I, wasn't working, it was recovering from the knee surgery. So I mean, probably never helped me of relaxing myself without going through.
I got an early buyout. Man, that's nice. I wish I had a buyout for something.
And I've never done that.
57, been abroad for 2 years now. Way cheaper. I'm almost in the same boat. I've been gone for about a year and 5 months now. But then I went back to the USA for 4 months, and then I was gone for 8 months before that. So kind of I almost would say 2 years.
Clearly, I didn't know what I was doing. And the one time that
Okay, but Army guy said that they got rid of that.
And I did that. I felt like
Army guy said they got rid of that. I did see that Albany. I keep saying Albany. Albania had that, but Army guy was the first person that told me they got rid of that.
And I liked it. But then when I went back to the living version, kind of went up like $20 or something like that. I was like, did the recipe change? Like, no. So
I didn't even know there was a version.
So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. So I actually done this. And basically what I'm trying to get to is I bought some back in the States. And I mean, but one is like 2,000.
Yeah, you're doing a half or a quarter.
No, quarter. And a quarter is what still. So I was just opening it up to in the event that you may have more.
Oh, gotcha.
Just let you.
Just do a whole one.
Oh
but
my
here's the
God,
thing.
that would be so much.
The thing with and I've always been this way with any recreational.
Roger, definitely food, like Mexican food, good burgers, good pizza. I miss driving my own car. I don't have my car, I sold it, but I love driving my car.
Yeah. Oh, God. I want to be in the area where I can just trip out, relax.
There's lots of little things. Mexican food, burgers, pizza, driving my own car. Just kind of knowing where everything is, like saying like, hey man, I want to go over to this city. I know they have this, like kind of knowing where everything is. I think those kind of the biggest things that stand out.
I'm like, whoa, 2 hours going by. Okay, great. Time to go to bed. Like, that was fun.
Yeah.
That would probably be the biggest off the top of my head.
With anything.
$680 a month. My rent is more than a local, no deposit, no contract. $680 where at, man? That's a lot.
Especially in the 30s.
If that's USA, that's dirt cheap. But if that's Vietnam, you're living in a penthouse.
I wouldn't say smoking more, but yeah, I guess smoking. Like having a bunch of puffs or bringing my 1 hitter out that looks like a cigarette. I don't know if you know what those are.
Tirana.
It literally looks like a.
There's also lots of little things. Those are probably the main things, but there's lots of little things like let me see what else is off. Oh, like go into a thrift store. Like if I'm like, oh damn man, I wanna go get just like little stores, man. Like my Soda Stream. I had a Soda Stream in the USA, like where I make the Soda Streams that you make carbonated water and you make your own sodas. I love little things like that. I love having a cast iron skillet when I cook, cast iron pan, knowing the ingredients, knowing where to go buy stuff. Like a lot of that stuff kind of adds up.
And I was just like, I felt good all the time. That's when
look, there's the kid again. He's trying to look for his banh mi.
Everyone's right about the herb.
Partial, somewhat partial health reasons. And honestly, like for me, the craziest thing is after I stopped drinking, I've never had the urge to drink again. Now you guys know with like sugar and sweets, I have the urge. And you guys see me like last night eat
Yeah.
like the coconut ice
That's when I
cream and
started,
stuff like that. I have the urge more for sugar, but I haven't had the urge for alcohol since I stopped.
The abusiveness that I used to do with alcohol.
So probably the number one biggest thing is just no urge for it. Denison, Texas, $1,200 water, 110 internet, 78 phone, 28. Damn, that's crazy that your phone's that cheap though.
But if I take it, and it may be I'll be good.
That's crazy.
But if I continue drinking after I've probably taken like a third of that shit, I'm gonna giggle all night long.
Oh yeah. Oh, you think I'm animated telling stories?
Huh.
You put a little bit of weed in me.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna giggle all night long.
Oh yeah.
I'm very much
I find
aware.
humor in anything.
Yeah.
1,600 a month.
I'm very
Jeez,
much
jeez,
aware
jeez.
that I can't control my giggling.
That's awesome.
In USA, I have Metro, and I just kind of I do the all-in plan, $50. I think you can do the 40 plan, but you don't get the mobile hotspot tethering. So I always just do the 50 when I'm in the USA for Metro. On cruises, I've never been on a cruise.
I mean, it's like the sign of a stop. It's like a stop sign. I mean, just regular size. Stop sign. Like you know, the
Bigger
8 port
than
or
that?
6 port. It's like a 6 port.
Was that hexagon?
Yeah, that too.
So it's like that?
Yeah, but it's a gummy. It's a gummy.
I know, but every time I think of gummy, I think of a gummy bear. You know? The little guy. I would love to see this guy.
I told him my story about it, man. My first time, but I took the liquid. No, man, I had a out-of-body experience.
I mean, of all of these, the green one right there is pretty much.
Oh, it's those stringy long ones.
No,
with-
the green one right here.
Yeah. What about it?
That's one of them.
Yeah, I can't get a
size.
Oh, that's one.
Have you thought about
No,
cruises?
This is I had to hide it. So I
Oh,
put
that's
a bunch
vacuum
of
sealed.
Yeah, so I had to hide
Cruises,
it. And like vacuum seal with a bunch of
I just
candy
think I'm the
so
opposite
that
of a
they
cruise
wouldn't
because
know.
for
Yeah, I
one,
have no
cruises are
perspective. Like, if
usually
your
more
finger was in
expensive,
here right now, I
especially
could get a
compared to what I
perspective
can negotiate on rent because you can't negotiate on a cruise.
You know, because
For two,
they're
the
yours.
value is
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, there's your
doing the
perspective.
alcohol, and I don't drink. The value is like
okay.
all
Yeah,
you can
'cause
eat
that's about the
food.
size of your-
So like I eat very cheap,
So this was it flipped over.
and I
That
like
was
to
one.
be in a city. I don't really like to be on the
that's how they-
water and then stop in port. So a cruise would be kind of exactly the opposite. Now, if somehow someone was like, "Hey, man, we want you to do a video. We're paying for a cruise for you," like I would definitely not pass it up.
I've always.
But just thinking from the YouTube point and just from my own perspective,
It's just that it's
I would actually tell them, like, if they're like, "Hey, we want you to do a cruise," I'd be like, "Hey, you guys know I'm like kind of the opposite person of a cruise."
because I prefer. I like it because it's an all over and it lasts.
I liked
really
Europe a
long.
lot in 2019. I liked it a lot, but
Yeah, I just like.
I heard it went up a lot.
Again, it's just chilling, enjoying myself.
Yeah, I have to brainstorm now. Good, have to come up with something like to partake in that.
Partake. 2,000 a month. Jesus Christ. That's about 2,000 a month would get me about 4.5 to 5 months here in Danong. I could probably, going back to the USA, if I could find a decent rental, I could probably do 2,000 a month in the USA, especially how I've kind of bumped up my budgeting skills. So when I left the USA, my rent finally was at the very highest that I ever paid, and I think it was like $1,100 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. That was the highest rent I've ever paid. When I moved into that apartment, it was $975.
By the way, is it a good? So when I left the beach and went home, I'm going down Coconut Street. Where we were last night.
Coconut Drive.
Coconut Drive. I was taking that street leaving, and what is that? 5? I left around 5 something. Is it good luck if a rat runs out for you?
It depends on if you hit it or not. Did you
I
run it up?
almost did.
Ah.
Because he darted out, he cleared me, and then a car was coming, and then he turned right back around, and I was like,
I don't really see rats in the day. I usually see
I know
them
that.
at
I
night.
was shocked. Because it was dusk. And I was like, I wonder if I missed them.
Coming out to say hello.
He probably got a couple of French fries across the street. The Nong Adventure, what's up, buddy? Talk about being on a budget and the tools you use to get a good system. I guess I'm just naturally lucky. I'm just a budgeter at mine, so
I just thought
a lot of I don't want to say it's not budgeting, but it's always just been my mindset, man. Even in the USA, when I made money, when I made decent money, I just hate with a passion overspending. I've always been more of a hate overspending rather than a budgeter. So I'm not the type that'll go to the store and be like, I'm gonna get tons of packs of cup of noodles and I'll never do that. But I'll go look at the meat section and be like, oh man, this meat's 30% off, or oh, this meat is great for the crock pot, it's cheap. And I can cook this meat in the crock pot and break it down and make it for cheap. Like I'm more of a non-overspender than really a budgeter. So I don't cut corners, but I learn how to do things at a fraction of the price. And for me, it's kind of like a game. I enjoy doing it. I love feeling like I didn't like if I overpay for something, I feel like I lose. And if I work out a great deal, I feel amazing. I'm like, wow, I won. I beat the system. I won. So that's kind of why I enjoy budgeting. It just feels good. It feels good to succeed and like accomplish like what I wanted to find. Yeah, for me, I call it like value conscious. Like for me, because like when people call cheap or budget, they think like, hey, I'll go get a cup of noodles for 50 cents. And I'm going to do that instead of getting a banh mi for 80 cents. And I go, no. I'd rather go get a big, huge banh mi that fills me up for 20 cents more than a cup of noodles that is just basically a few noodles and water. Like, I'm a value guy. I will spend more money if it's a better value.
So finally, I start befriending him, and he's always like not letting me go, always engaging me in conversation. So once I got trained and I got put on a schedule, him and I had a conversation.
Because even when I was in the USA, man, when I was making money, I was still making decent, cheap food. Like, I would cook for myself. I would go get a chuck roast. Here's what I would do. I'd get a chuck roast. I'd toss it in the crock pot, like a 2 or 3 pound chuck roast that would be on sale. And I say, guess what? Tonight I'm gonna have some pulled beef sandwiches. Tomorrow I'm gonna use the leftover to make some beef enchiladas. And then the third day I'm gonna make some shredded beef tacos. Like, and then I would make them. They'd be great because I love to cook. I know how to spicing things up. I know how to make it great. But that chuck roast that I bought for $9 for 3 pounds ended up being not only great, but I made it into 3 different meals for the next 3 days, where everyone else would be like, oh, well, I'm just going to go to Jack in the Box and spend $5. I don't got to cook, and I'll get a couple of tacos, and I'll get a jumbo jack. And I'm like, yeah, but I got 3 nights worth of good food now. That's the way that I think, at least.
And in my mind, I'm like, how does he live down the street on this side? You know, I always, because he always says he lives down the street, lives down the street, lives down the street. And in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck is he doing? Because I'm barely surviving. And I live in Hollywood. So, finally, I could go to his place, and he never said anything. He's in like a halfway house.
Huh.
So, now I get it, right?
Chili powder, I have two containers of chili powder here. I don't know how close they are to USA, but they taste the damn same to me. I got 2 of them in my kitchen right now. They taste damn near the same.
You get in trouble with the law, in trouble with drugs, all sorts.
Like,
I don't know what his punishment was.
they look just like chili powder. They smell just like chili powder. I just used some the other day, actually.
I was sort of taken aback by that because I'm trying to. That was sort of part of my past, those kind of people, and I was trying to like get away from that. And I'm fresh to LA at the time, so I don't want to go backwards. I wouldn't want to go backwards. But he was a genuine,
Moon Mill.
really nice guy.
Mark, that chili powder Didn't you gave me some chili powder, right? Did you get that from Vietnam or was that from USA?
Vietnam.
Okay.
Well, I mean, was it in a pack?
No, it was in the bottle.
The little bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that from Black Market.
Okay. So you can get it at Moon Milk, which I get mine. It comes in the little see-through plastic thing. And Mark got his at Lot Mart. So it's very simple to get.
He smoked weed and stuff. And I was always like, dude, don't you get checked or something? I was like, man, I'm alright for other fans down here. Blah, blah. Anyways, all of a sudden one day he just vanished. Just goes away. And
Yeah, Moon Milk. They have them in the spice section. It's almost always there. That's also the same aisle that you can find unpopped popcorn. That's kind of our little treat that we get, the unpopped popcorn there too.
I want to say months go by, and he rings me just out of the blue, and he goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, good." He goes, "Hey man, I'm back here in Louisiana. How you doing at that job?" I was like, "Oh, I don't work there no more, man. Thank God." He goes, "Yeah?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, I'm working on some things here, and man, I just always got a good feeling about you. You're just an upright, standing guy, blah, blah, blah." And he was asking me if I wanted to go in. Yeah. He goes, "Now I own a bunch, but because I got passed down here from my daddy, he passed away. I'm looking to do some business opportunities here." And I was like, "Greg, man, I'm in so much shit out here. I just started working in, on film sets, trying to work my way up.
I think we're going to end it there, guys. Remember, I have a members-only live stream. I'm going to try to do one of those maybe tomorrow. So if you guys want to check it out, we'll do an exclusive members-only live stream. Probably tomorrow at some point. Maybe on my laptop or maybe in the apartment because I'm going to stay home and cook tomorrow. So check that out, and I'm not sure when we're going to do another regular live stream, but I think tomorrow we'll do a members only live stream. So if you guys want to join that, you guys will see that, and we'll do a little different flair to the members only live stream. But once again, I appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.
And he called me one day and he's like,